we're in. Okay, so things going pretty well. We finally finished fast travel, right? We finally finished fast travel, which took us way longer than we probably wanted it to be, but also like my life has been really busy, so it's been hard to get things done. But now we're sort of like, I mean, I've been saying it's feature complete for months, but now it probably is. I can't really think of too much more that there really is to do aside from making it look good. So we have to start doing that. Like, we've got a lot of placeholder here. All of this is placeholder. There's no art. You know, obviously we've been upgrading the enemies over time. So we've upgraded the enemies. We've added the level, what do you call it? The save station. We've added that. And now I'm starting to think about like art assets. Like I made this, which is like a chain link for foreground reasons. So I'm starting to think about like, okay, like how can I fill this world out? I need a background because we were going to do 3D, but we're not going to do that anymore because for obvious reasons that is just not viable. So if I leave this here and go down to the bottom bit, I need the dev menu to like do that without having to be at one of these stations. I should probably do that. Instead of making levels, just like you know. But yeah, so I made this morning. This is like, okay, I can stick this in the foreground to connect the floating whatever this is, because there's going to be a gap here and there should be a bridge here that is broken, you know. Like, start thinking about how we can tell a story about like what this is rather than just having random blocks around. And then also think about the background. We have to start making this game look good because it needs to be appealing to people. So that is the plan today, to start thinking about that. And how we can do that. I don't know what's printing out here. I've got dummy enemy, ground enemy. Is that adding? Why is that? What's printing here? Don't know. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I find that print, because that print's kind of annoying me. So I'm going to Control F, and I guess I just look for a print, and then an open bracket, and then find. There's gonna be a lot of those. Print enemy, print self, enemy AI. Okay. On health container, health 0. Right, fair enough. So when I killed an enemy, that was probably printing out, I guess. So that's one job done. Okay, let's look at the background. I want to look at the background because I think we're going to make something simple and just work out from there. So the thing that I've been using to kind of create tile sets pretty quickly is something called Tile Setter. And it's a really powerful program. It's quite simple. Like, I think it's a good starting point. I don't know how far it's going to take me, you know, when I need something more detailed. But it did pretty good for the chain link fence. You can sort of see it here. All I had to do was create like the chain link and then like the thing that goes around the chain link, which I experimented with like a couple of different versions of that before I settled on what I decided to have in the end. So, you know, yeah, it's pretty good for that. I'm going to go new here, but we have to actually design the background. And I do need to decide like how we can create depth. I want it to feel like you're like in a room, and maybe that's going to be 2 sets of tile sets. I don't know, but for sure we're going to need to like have something that looks like it's going inwards, if that makes sense. I don't know how this is going to look. This might look like trash, eh? Like, it should look like this. And that's like the wall. And so if I've got this connected, then it'll look like it has depth. So if you imagine if the top one, if there's one above it, obviously you don't have this, and this sort of continues up until you hit like the ceiling. You know what I mean? And so you've always got that inward depth. I don't know how that's going to actually work in terms of a tile set. Like, it may or may not. But Tile Setter will handle the rest for me. So we'll start with like just block colors. I've been using gray for everything, so maybe we just choose like a different color. so that we don't, just so that we can see how it feels. So let's start with like blue. I think that should be like a darker color realistically. And then like the ceiling and stuff be like a lighter shade. I didn't. We haven't got the background drawn in. And then the connecting will need to be somewhere in between. Maybe we can make it like this. Just as like a way to start with. So realistically, yeah, so this is the center. So we take that. That's literally just a blue blob, so it's really nothing. We might add some texture to that to begin with. I'm mostly interested in creating the tile set that looks like it's got depth. That is my main goal right now. So if you think it looks a bit silly to have a blue blob, that is why. Oh, that's really small. Oh, hang on a second. We need to copy the entire. It needs to look. There we go. Create blob is the way to go, and then I need to create. Ooh. Okay, so the entire thing we just color in. That one. That's how it's gonna work. Create blob, and now we just create the border, which we've already done here. And then I copy that across. We might need to create like custom borders and stuff. Let's see how this works. Yeah, see, it needs to continue into to the ends. So realistically, rather than doing that, I actually draw it like this. It's just like lines here, and then the rest is like this light blue, which I can no longer find on, where is there? And that should create it for me, in theory. I'm still gonna need to create corners actually. Yeah, I will need to create corners. Do that to begin with. Yay, having to create custom corners. Yeah, and then it does that automatically. Okay, doesn't look like much because we're not giving it the depth, but we'll have to give it a custom corner. It's, instead of being composite, it's going to need to be like a composition of both. And then also like we're missing the blue, like the light blue, to give us a border. Not that, I don't know if that matters really that much. And then add that in. Okay. And that still doesn't feel like depth. So we need a line to connect it to make it look like it's coming back. Lighting, I hate 2D lighting actually. It's complicated. Right, so I guess a version of this in the corner would look like, we're gonna have to make each corner, I think. We'll see. Mr. Anderson. I don't know how to, I need to go watch that movie to like study his voice. Is it going out or is it going in? No one can really tell because there's not enough colors. And then we could probably just flip that, right? Yeah. Why is that one not? Why did that not get the memo? This feels very like top-down Zelda, like A Link to the Past. What do I think? I think we need more colors. That would be my idea for a tile set, to give it some depth, or is it not deep enough? That's the other question as well. Also, welcome to the chat, Kodama. Mr. Anderson. No, that's not how it goes. I used to like know that movie's lines off by heart. So I would say like the light needs to get darker as it goes away, right? So which is why we've got this darker color. But like this is kind of flat, so it doesn't really give that kind of impression. But it starts here. Green is too green. And then, but then that's the outline color. So if you make the outline like a white, is that going to stand out too much? Like if we just work down this hue here, or do I need to use a new palette? I might need to use a new palette. Something like that. It gets brighter. It should get darker. It should be the opposite. Idiot. Try again. Also, I think maybe it should be deeper. And then light. Yeah, that's what it is. It's because like I followed it in. So like, yeah, it gets darker, but the corner and the should be like black probably. Maybe use darker color for the outline. Yeah, yes. Something like this. And we have like a gradient going inwards to like this darker blue, and I don't know how that compares. Still kind of feels like it's standing out rather than in, but like maybe the perspective will be informed once you actually put it with the rest of it. I don't know, I'm not that good. I mean, I feel like I'm okay with the 2D stuff, but like sometimes I don't know the fundamentals. So like I just get them wrong sometimes. We could even do something like, yeah, the outside, like this. Like this goes like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then it's that color. So it's getting darker, and then it's like that's dark blue, but okay. Anyway, let's focus in and just say that is our corner, which means we need to like basically make a flat piece as well. Just grab some part of this, doesn't really matter. Cover that up. Very colorful. Anyway, let's try that. Probably shouldn't spend too much time on it since we're just testing. Control Shift C, I don't know. There we go. That. And then for this. That. I think that does look better from like a distance. Like it very much looks like it's light on the front and then like getting darker as it goes back. So that definitely has achieved the I don't know, illusion, I guess you'd call it. Like it gets darker as it goes inward. I don't know in terms of depth, but like we'll just roll with it for now. And that would be the background. And then we can just draw elements over it. So we would need 2 tile sets, one for like just whatever you draw. We could even create a script to fill this in based on what's filled in for the foreground. Like for the, so we can create a script, I've done this before, so that we can just, where is Godot? We can basically follow around this tile set and just draw in basically everywhere around it, these tiles, so that we don't have to. We just automatically fill it, and that will make our life a lot easier. And we'll call this one the background tile. I feel like the blue should be like darker. Sprite. Like I feel like this should, maybe we can do like a gradient. It's, the problem is, well actually, you know what we can do is we can have 2 different kinds. Like we can have a pure color, probably not the blue that I use, but like probably like a dark color. And then we can also have like a gradient for the edges, so that we have a little bit more depth to it. So where's my gradient tool? And then you have like this and like this and this. Well, that is not the 2 colors that I wanted to go. Wait, did I not? I think, but like add dithering. Like that. And then even have some of this turn into this like gray. One more layer. No, that ain't right. I've got this around the wrong way. It's actually getting lighter. It should be lighter when it gets to the edges. And that... Flip, Control Shift. Is it Control V? No. Let's paste. Control Shift H. What is it? I'm still trying to learn these. Shift H. Okay. Damn. Okay. What the hell? What the hell? Edit. Flip horizontal. Shift H. So if I press that, why does nothing happen? What the hell? Are we on a different layer? Or something like that. I didn't even know I had 2 layers. Oh my god. I'm gonna go crazy. There it is. Something like that, maybe? It's gonna, because we have to remember that like part of this is gonna be covered, so we probably want that, and then the gray would be in here, which we want some kind of transition. God. Hello, the puppy that's the puppy that was. Why do I have 2 layers? And I guess for the sake of making this actual full square, like let's just go like, yeah, it's that color. And then, yeah, we'll transition here. Like a full line. What is happening? We are making a game. We are making a Metroidvania, and it is a... Hang on, that's not quite right. Go there. It's coming along pretty good. We've got like, I guess I would say like pretty close to like having all the features we want in the game. We just actually have to make the game. And right now I'm working on the background tiles. So I can show you the game since you're here and asking. Well, sort of just everything is placeholder, right? That's kind of the issue at the moment. Everything is placeholder. There is no like, maybe the character is final because the character is kind of, it's fine, I think, for the purpose of the game, but like everything else, kind of needs to be put in place. It's just sort of, it's going to be like your Mega Man kind of let's reset the encounters meets Silk Song, essentially. I have to reload the level. Okay, we're going to kill ourselves to regenerate. We turn into primordial soup in order to get our health back, which is not displayed on camera, but we'll fix that at some point. Also, there's music. Wait, I'm gonna die. Pause. Holy crap. This is meant to be the first encounter, so it's not meant to be hard. It's probably really loud too, because I haven't even checked the volumes. But yeah, the enemies for this, at least for this zone, are final. I'm a sub? Hell yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And so this is kind of like the extent of what we've got. We've got encounters. We've got fast travel, which we've just spent the last couple of weeks implementing. So now you can go into the primordial soup machine and get transported across to the other part of the world. You could fight this guy, who's really easy. You don't really have to do anything. He's the first boss, that's why. And I've got a couple more. I haven't implemented some of their stuff yet. So we've got some work to do in terms of getting the world up and running, ready for the demo. But after I get the sort of levels looking good, I'd say we're ready to go. There's not really anything else to worry about. This feels really anticlimactic without music. You're gonna watch on the TV so you won't be able to talk? That's okay. Apparently a lot of people do. I had no idea. Yeah, the music is killing me. Maybe that means it's not good. I don't know. Okay. Get back to that. All right. Music is the scariest part of making a game. What do you use to make music? I use Reaper. So I'm in a fortunate position that before I was making games, I was making music. I've probably got the same amount of hours in both of them at this point in my life because I really got into making games around 2018. And so now, you know, I've been doing it like every day for however many years. So I have a lot, but prior to that, when I was in high school from like 2006, I'm old by the way, till about the same, 2018 I stopped because I moved into an apartment and I couldn't really make music. And so I just switched it up. And yeah, I was making music. Just put a C on the search bar and it showed me your channel. Nice. I'll take it. Yeah, so I was making music. I use Reaper. I can show you. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I use Sora Boy for the 8-bit sound. So it's like fake 8-bit. It's not real 8-bit. But it works and it sounds pretty good. We've got updates and we've got wanting me to buy the license. The good thing about Reaper is that it never locks you out. I will buy the license eventually. Okay, so I can't find my MIDI device because it's not plugged in. It's gonna bug me about that. My TV is laggy? Oh no. I have an Android TV, it's terrible. Open project. Recent projects? The mystery or the anticipation? Quirk step? The battle? I think the mystery is the last one I made. I've shown this on stream before. So I have the advantage of knowing how this works. So for me, it's not scary. It's just time consuming. But yeah, Sora Boy is the app that I'm using. My keyboard's not plugged in, so I can't really play freestyle, but we can open up any one of these. Yes, I know launch key MIDI is not plugged in. Leave me alone. Bit crackly. Sometimes it doesn't like playing with the stream setup. Let me let me balance. Hang on. Oh my god, please stop asking me. There we go. And so, you know, I think this is pretty good. I don't know where I'm going to use it. And then it just sort of loops. The hard part is making like long songs. What's the stop button? Where's the stop button? Anyway, so for me, the hard part for me is going to be figuring out how to implement this, because that's something that I've never done. So you suck at making songs. Yeah, that's the hard. I mean, for a lot of people, that's the hard part. But fortunately, I'm very lucky that that's sort of not going to be an issue. But so many beeps and boops. Yeah, that's like, how do you make it sound full, and how do you make it unique? Right? Because right now this is only 1:12, and I think that's too short. I think it will be too repetitive, and this is already repeating certain sections of the song. So like the hard part is sort of like making it not too obtrusive, but also like nice to listen to, right? There's some kind of balance here. Like writing pop music is different because you want it to stick, right? This, you don't want it to be too much. And also, like beeps and boops are a little bit harder. You know what I mean? 4-chord chorus is a lot easier. It just is, at least to me. But yeah, we'll see. Reaper is great if you know music. If not, there's probably simpler solutions out there. I think that a lot of guys in the Discord use online tools, but I don't know them, so I'm sorry I don't know them. Also, EMS, I saw you pop up for a second. I don't know where you went. Welcome either way. Okay, let's get back on track to the this. Yes. Okay, so that is the Edge. You have Discord? Yeah, you can join. The link is in the description. Although you said you switched to the TV, so that might be hard. All right. Where am I going with this? Tile setter. I don't know the icon. Okay, so this, the source, image, composition. Oh, how do I replace this? Relations? Do I have to change this image? I'm watching on my phone and TV, so I can, oh, so you can chat. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I have a tablet that I use when I'm at work. How much progress did you make for your game since I was gone for a time? A lot. Yeah, we've got it. The art's looking good. Actually, no. What am I saying? The art's looking like trash. So we've got all the features in. We're moving on to the pixel art, trying to make that look a little bit better. So we upgraded the enemies. I don't know if you saw that. Ems. So they're no longer just red. They are like these gray kind of guys. You can't really see them that well because the navigation region is there. But yeah, they're looking a little bit more robotic. So there's that. I've got a couple of ideas for other enemies. I've like turned on all the things that I don't need to turn on. Map tile outline. We don't need. Chain link can go above that. Why is it all dark all of a sudden? Oh, I turned the canvas modulator on. I've been playing around with lighting. I haven't quite got the hang of it yet. Also, I just realized the music is turned off. Production. Okay, I think I might have stuffed up. Hang on a second. I might have to restart this. Let's just go new. Can we build a blob? So that's a problem. The blob shouldn't look like this, because this is the edge. Oh, you know what? I need to build the center out. How am I going to do this for this? Thank you for joining the Discord. I appreciate it. I guess I'm just going to draw the matrix myself. Woohoo. I'm so bad at tile. A-sprite, that's the word. I just don't know the buttons yet. I've got 1,000 hours in this software. You'd think I'd actually be good at it, but I'm not. Also, yeah, okay, it flips over there. That's fine. We just need to bring it up a little bit. How does that work? It's just the center ones are gone. I see. Start that way sooner, and then get that darker one in there, like pronto. That is not the same color. Stupid. I could just do select and replace color maybe? I don't know. And they should flip, really. How often do I go live? About 3 times a week. I try to go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, although my life has been like very busy lately, so I haven't been able to as much. So yeah, it's been pretty bad. I've got renos. I don't know if you're Australian. I've got some renovations happening in my house, and it's been very, very busy because I don't know how it works in other countries, but in Queensland, Australia, the tradies will just write you a text message. So I've been getting my bathrooms done. I'll show you what they look like here, and they did the first one a couple of weeks ago, and it was the same kind of vibe. Like, I've been talking with this builder for like a couple of months, getting everything ready, and then I sent him a message saying we're ready to go, and then he didn't reply for like weeks, and then he's like, all right, I'm coming tomorrow. It's like, all right. And the thing is, like, they're so in demand because like trades it's really difficult. Like, some of this stuff I can do myself, but I cannot do bathroom. Number one, the tiles for my floor are too big for me to lift, so I can't do that. I needed an expert. So I just pay somebody at this point, because you end up having to outsource most of it anyway. And so yeah, this is the state of my bathroom. It's completely torn apart, and yeah, I don't know, when they just send you a text message at 7 o'clock the night before saying we're gonna show up to tear apart your shit. Actually, it was a little bit earlier than that, but like, it's like I can't go live because I have to go prepare. Like, I need to go figure out, I need to go get my design, I have to go get like all that kind of all the stuff that you need, because like these guys want answers to your questions. They're not, but yeah, that's I don't know, that's just my life at the moment. So I'm at the behest of those guys. They're doing a really good job, right? That much is clear. But by the way, I just became 3 a.m. for me. Oh goodness, it's late. It is 6:59 for me. Okay, so if this is the edge, this is the part I'm having a problem with the tile setter. How do I say, like, okay, this is the edge, build borders blob, because that's like the, okay, and then it's like the center. Can I change the image? How do I do that? Map editor not available for the free version. Maybe that's like the problem. Like, I want this to be different. Blob size. Can I bring in something else? Let's just see. Let's see if I can just like do... They'll go into question mark mode. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of an issue. Why can't I do that? Group is a prop. Create sync region. Open source. By the way, I'm trying to make a game on Roblox. Sounds like fun. I've never... I don't know how to do Roblox. Paste source. No source selected. Copy source. Copy source. Paste source. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Also, yeah, it's just actually kind of like just broken in general. Okay. Roblox is, I think, less hard because I'm only the modeler and not the coder. Yeah, well, that would make it a little bit easier. Because you don't have to... But you still have to write code for Roblox, right? Like, it's in Lua. Is someone helping you with that then? You have to model code, and if you want to make a monster, then you have to make a path for it to go. Okay. That's not as challenging, I guess. Maybe you can do like less stuff. Am I gonna have to buy this? I don't mind. But I just wish I knew how to do it. I can't read either, by the way. I'm looking at the source material. How to do this. Smart copy, raw copy. Project management, load project. Importing images, pasting in. File import, sync regions, tile properties. Each tile has its own unique composition behavior. These can be managed through the tile properties view. First selected tile, and then at the top, image is displayed. Hovering the cursor, this reveals the detailed breakdown of the sources used to make up the final appearance. Below the two tabs, the composition tab, attributes relating to the tile's visual composition. The current source being used is shown here. However, many editable parameters are available when generating a tile is selected. By the way, Ems, I'm making a game called Dead Fights. It's a fighting game. That's cool. I don't really understand. I'm just going to poke at it some more. The classic. Drag to view layers. And it gets cranky when you do that. But I can do that. Okay. So maybe I can change these. Right. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if I had like real life friends that did the same stuff as me. It'd be sick, actually. So can we add like more images to this? Like, that's my question. Like, if I change this one here, if I flip it, Oh yeah, I'm changing this bit here, but I want it. Yeah, that's not really gonna work, is it? I want to change the underlying base. So annoying, actually. Why can't I do that? Alright, I give up. I'm gonna go for something simpler and then figure it out later. So there would be two, if I'm gonna have to make this work for everything. Whatever. This. Let's move on. The friend that that is the co-owner doesn't even know how to model or code, and I don't even know him in RL. He lives on the other side of the planet from me. What is he doing if he doesn't code? Honestly, we don't really need the corners. Like, that looks good enough. That doesn't really line up with the color of the floor, so it's going to stand out a little bit. He's just the co-owner. He does nothing. He just takes money from you. Like, yeah, I don't really need that, do I? Oh, I mean, it kind of actually, yes, I do want that because I need to communicate that it is a corner. I do want that. Okay, so then we've got that. Yeah, it's just the center. Maybe I could do that in He doesn't steal my money because he doesn't know where he is and lives in it. No, I'm just joking with you. I don't mean that sincerely. YouTube is experiencing a bot problem. Rabbit Hole World link at Pico SM after the show. What? YouTube is experiencing a bot problem? Does that explain the other day when we had like 200 viewers? Or is it a different thing? Hello, Amir Rajan. Welcome. Pico SMM channel. Is that just the name of the channel? Also, is anyone watching the international? Sub botters are back again. Alright, I'll watch it later. I'm trying to teach him how to model and ask. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. If you're just like hanging out with someone teaching them how to model. When I was a kid, I did, I helped a friend make a game by doing like Blender models, but I didn't know how to make models and it was all just like blocky characters and stuff. It was really bad. But he still helped. He was making a shooter, like a multiplayer shooter game. It was really cool. We were in high school and it was like made with the OG game maker. Yeah, so this is the part that I have issues with. Like, why can't I change what's below? Why can't I change the layers? Is it pro only? Like, what is the deal? And then it just goes into question mark. In order to make models have limbs, you have to have chunky parts. There was no vertice deformation. Yeah, well, we didn't even do it with, like... Also, I don't know if the outside corners... Anyway, let's test this out. I just want to put this in the game and see how this works. Because I've never done, like, a background. Also, maybe, like, a couple of shades darker? My first ever 3D character model for a game jam about a month ago. It wasn't very well made, but it made it and textured it and rigged it all by myself. Nice. Corporate Overlord Walrus? That sounds sick. Why is it like that? Copy raw. New. Let's drop that in here. And I think I just want to make this like a little bit darker. So I'm going to go sprite, color. There's a way that we can do that, right? We can just like change the hue and stuff like that. Is that something that A-Sprite actually supports? I don't know. Rotate canvas, trim, sprite size, properties. Honestly, probably not. Adjustments. Yeah, here we go. Saturation. HSL. So we can desaturate it a little bit, and we can change the hue if you want to. That's actually pretty sick. So we can just make it like a little bit darker and not so purple. Actually, cancel and start again. Not replace color. Adjustments. Oh, do we? Yeah. So we just take out some of that. Take out some of that. It's a bit too purple now. What is the lightness doing? Why does it go so blue? Honestly, let's just... Oh, maybe that's alright. I don't know. Let's roll with it and export it out. I just want to see what this feels like. I've never used a sprite sheet for the background. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but like, because this is an indoor environment, I feel like doing like a parallax background doesn't really make much sense. I don't know. Like, I need to probably study some contemporaries to see how they do it, because it feels like I should probably like have more of a background than typical. I don't know. Where are we going with this? We're going to... Let's take this off screen. Video, no. Development. Metrovania, resources. Yeah, let's start there. Actually, no, the exports normally go to the actual asset folder. Project. Assets. We can bring this back now. Does anyone here like One Piece? I love One Piece. I tried watching One Piece, but I don't know why I stopped at episode 1. Okay, that's just one episode, buddy. Segment your color space, e.g. anything under 8080 or RGB 128, 128 is colored background color space. Yeah, I have to think about that kind of stuff. I haven't done any thought on colors. Yeah, One Piece is good. It takes a lot of effort though. It is like something you have to really try to. I'm gonna change this to background tile sets. Oh wait, I have one already. Sweet. BG1. Yeah, so I would recommend just watch it at 2x. Honestly, it's really hard to get into. 120 tone is a mid-tonal range. I don't understand any of that stuff. 80, 80, 80, 128, 128. What does that look like? Hang on a second. I need a visual. Like, what is this? Is this black? Or... Why is A-Sprite like this? Go to GIMP. What does 128 look like? Is mid-tonal? I guess that makes sense because like otherwise how can you make things darker? Because if it's like black, then it's not visible at all, right? How do you do that in this? Like 128, 128, 128, is that here? Where is that put in? Why can't my keys work here? What was the other thing you said? Where's chat? 0 for is the center? Really? That's crazy, actually. Also, why doesn't... I know Godot has those values. God damn. What type of game we building? We are building a... I'm sorry if I didn't say that. We're building a Metrovania. And I'm a dum-dum. 128. I want to see what this looks like. 128. I definitely have colors darker than this. 128. Yeah, that's like gray. What the heck? Wait, how comes... I'm confused. I tried to watch it again, but I think it got me fit with all the very long episodes. Yeah, it's tough. It's really hard. Have I tried working with someone else? No. I don't know, like I'm not the best to work with. I might actually be terrible. Halfway would be 80 from 0FF, 128. That is the mid-range between black and white. And so what, this is as dark as you go? This feels wrong. I've seen way darker shit in video games. Am I misunderstanding? On that player. Backgrounds. BG1. New tile set. Yeah, this was modified. Yep. And we don't have physics, but we do have terrain. Yep. Is it brown? Let's make it like blue. Pink. Also, hell yeah, indie Metrovania gangs. Nice, you're making one too? Hell yeah, dude. You want to find the middle of that range. This allows you to find other middles. Dude, I don't understand. I need to go watch a video. Maybe don't call yourself terrible. I've seen good work piece made by your head. Yeah, I mean, I meant like terrible to work with. There's a difference. I don't respond. This is the thing. Like people send me messages, I just stare at it. I'm bad. I don't know if these are selected. Okay, so we are doing... Yeah, okay, that's what I was expecting to see. I select all of these. I don't know why it doesn't just automatically select everything. And you basically just put red where there isn't white. Easy. This was much harder for the chain link fence because I could barely see what I was looking at. That's why I made the edges way darker. This is mostly experiment. I need to like, because I really don't want to draw backgrounds. I'd rather just do tile sets. It's so much easier. That goes there, that goes there. Oh, yep. This. You draw little shapes, you start to recognize them. Is you producing the layout of the room? Yeah, so what I'm expecting, how I want this to work is that like, I create the level and I've got like platforms and stuff like that. It's an interior space for most part. Like it's taking place inside of like a scientific facility, right? I suppose I should probably look at some backgrounds from Metroid Fusion and stuff like that because it's kind of the same vibe, right? Like, and the same resolution. So like, I would expect it to sort of kind of feel the same. I mean, that's very much side on. So maybe I'm going down the wrong path. Fusion is excellent. Yes, I'm glad you like it. A lot of people are split on it. I get it that it's not like Metroid it's not like Super Metroid, right? Like it's a big departure from that. Still a very good game. I played it first, so maybe I'm biased. It was my first Metroid game, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, like, I don't know, these backgrounds are like, they're hand-drawn in every single instance, so maybe that could be a tile map, I don't know. It's not my absolute favorite, but I don't hate it by any means, yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think, like, what is my favorite Metroid? It's tough, actually. Super Metroid's really good. Now that I've played all of them. I haven't played Dread. Okay, that's not true. I have played Dread. I haven't finished Dread. Something about it just doesn't, I think I prefer the 2D. Maybe it's the 3D that, something about it. I don't know. Or maybe just like compared to modern Metroidvanias, it doesn't, I feel like maybe it's not as, it's just, I don't know. But yeah, I think like out of all the Metroids, specifically Metroids, I would say probably Super Metroid. Metroid Zero is also very good. I really like Metroid Zero. And then maybe Metroid Fusion. Before alpha channels, you used a special color FFOOFF. You would also would seen it as a material is missing from a texture. Oh, like that purple. It stems back to the reserved color for alpha channels. Interesting. The only Metroid game I have yet to play anymore, let alone beat, is Federation Force. Oh, okay. I haven't played it either. I still haven't finished Metroid Prime as well. I played a fair chunk of it though. Okay, let's... Some were so fickle to control the location and define color palette as well. Might as well be 00 the palette. Oh, okay. This is background layer 1. BG layer 1. And we'll save that. Let's just make sure it works. All right, so this goes on the edges basically. And so this will technically need to be, in terms of ordering, this will be probably -1, maybe -2. You're gonna disappear again, bye. Nice dude, have a good day. You gotta, the original trilogy is so good. Oh yeah, Echoes is your favorite? Okay. Hello, remember you, Petru? No, I don't, sorry. My bad, I apologize. That feels fine. Say, okay. And then one day we'll just write a script to like do this. Okay, let's delete all that. Save this in assets actually. Tile maps. Save tile map scenes, BG layer 1. Save that. How was my day? My day was pretty good. We've been doing some renovations at the house, so I've been planning that. And then I went for a walk, and now I'm streaming. Okay, let's grab that. In-game menu, buttons, events. Where am I going? Tile maps. What game engine do I use? I use Godot. I've been using Godot for a very long time now, so I don't really know anything else. So let's just see. Let's just map this out. Like if we went around the current tile map. What's my Metroidvania like? It's very much inspired by Mega Man, and so basically I'm trying to hit a balance between Mega Man and Silksong. Something like that. Like what if we had the combat probably, I mean, to be fair to myself, the combat's much closer to Metroid than it is to Mega Man, but I just really like Mega Man as well, so we're saying that. But we do have multi-directional shooting, so like, is it really Mega Man? I don't know. Why won't you Phil? Phil, damn it, Phil. Does it hate me? What the hell? I click. Back, welcome back. Mega Song, yeah. So that is the goal. So we want to have like difficult boss fights. I mean, to be fair, Mega Man's pretty hard on its own, like especially the later ones. But like, yeah, the boss fights. So I'm trying to go boss fights with Mega Man, Exploration Metroid kind of style, and then yeah, I guess that is kind of like Silksong, but without the melee. You gotta go. See you later. I don't know why this doesn't fill in. Maybe it did, and I just can't tell. Yes, it did, and I'm just an idiot. All right, so let's see what that looks like. Not without the canvas layer. Do I even show up? Have I got the ordering correct? I don't know. Your collision shape is hiding you. Yeah, it's tricking me. Am I in the wrong? Am I in the right space? No, I'm not in the right space. I need to like reset the starting point. Game is cool, thank you. Okay, I mean... Okay, so first of all, the rounding on the edges doesn't line up. It does for the inside corners, that's fine. But for everything else, it's not. Like, we have to just fix that, probably. The rest is kind of whatever. I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced that actually... You know what? There needs to be less on the ground levels. Maybe. I don't know. It's not really selling perspective to me. I'd much rather go back to the 3D look. Also, battle music? Red versus Blue, Pokemon. Music by Game Chops, by the way. What a banger. Harvard's tonal range or brightness. You're gonna have to be clearer. Halve its tonal range. Halve its tonal range. Edit. Adjustments. Brightness. Half. Okay. Done? Export as. Why doesn't it go backgrounds? This file. Review. Should the need ever arise, you should do what I did and add a debug system where you can start playing from a room scene and the player just appears in the Dexter default project. I have a thing that I could drag around, but I'm lazy. Update. That might work better actually. Good advice. Yeah, where is the player? Where's the game start object? All the way up here. I'm down here. So then I can just press the play button. There's always a game start in every single level, and the player will just appear wherever it's supposed to be. That does look better. It's like being darker makes more sense because the foreground's really dark as well, although I do plan to change that. And then yeah, I guess like my options are to square up the... I also think the ground should be less sharp. Because like you are on the ground, so like the perspective here needs to be not as much. So the ground perspective is less than the ceiling perspective and the wall perspective as well. Those are the changes that I would make here. Halve it again. Damn, that's crazy, dude. Hang on a second. Let's fix up the perspective on the bottom. I want to change that because and then we'll mess around with it and make it way darker. So I think we just do 2 pixels for the bottom. And see how that looks. What is... Yeah, it is actually this as the bottom. And we will need to create a version of that with the corner. How's that gonna work? I should know the hotkeys. It is B, I think, right? Oh, that B is pencil, and this is I. Eyedropper. Just as code editor screams at you, art screams out to you because it's too bright against the rest of the screen, getting screamed at by code and pixels is a hot... Okay, yeah, good advice. Something like that. It's upside down, but whatever. Actually, it doesn't matter. Perfect. Strange, but I think it'll work. Okay, so let's re-export and then make it dark. We have to copy. Delete that first. This is alpha. Interesting. I wonder if that'll cause problems. Oh yeah, look at that. Hang on a second. I didn't even notice. We can fix that by changing the number of pixels that come down. Also, like, I suppose we could also just paint in the difference. Save a copy if you don't have a zip of the original. Yeah, I guess it's not that serious right now. Yeah, well, it's like I'm working across two different pieces of software, so it's I can change it without worrying too much about. Okay, this is kind of annoying. Copy. Right, and then we can export. Yeah, there's like a million different versions of this because I'm saving this as PG1. It's the same thing over and over again. There's no layers or anything, so it's like fine. And then I have like the template, which I probably will save. This will be the thing I keep because putting it together in Tilesetter is not that hard. So if I need to make changes to it, I will. And now this is going to be cranky. Oh, it's also bright again. All right, let's just get it working and then, because I changed the way that it looks. 3D. Why cannot I draw? What? No scene. Huh? This button. Yeah, okay. Yeah, things look a bit dodgy around these corners. How do I fix that? Hey, Sprite. Too many things open. How would you fix that, actually? Or is that something that I fix in the pattern? I don't know. I've never played around with this kind of stuff before. I can't click today. Looks great, thank you. Dude, I'm all over the shop. Hold up, okay. Let's give this a go. In the terrain. No, we want to go to tile set. Why search results? What's going on here? Why is this here? We got tile map. Where's the tile set? I want to do the tile set. Why isn't this in my list? What's going on? I'm a grumpy old man. Tile set. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's still correct, right? Like, even if it is looking like this, you kind of, like, do you want to take it like this? I feel like I have to correct it with the drawing rather than anything else. It works out okay here, although I would say like that pixel is fine, is kind of a problem. But yeah, this is an issue, I think. You know what I mean? Like if we go this way, it also becomes an issue. Like it should cut early. Maybe that is, yeah, maybe that is something I can manipulate here. You're back. Welcome back. I think as well, like we just... Because like it doesn't matter which direction we go, right? It works okay that way. It's just when we go this way. And that way. So that is when it's in the bottom right hand corner and the bottom left hand corner. So we see all of these, and when we say when it's in the bottom left hand corner, we don't. Okay, yeah, actually, you know what? I do have to change the way they're drawn, because that'll change what they're showing up. But we do need to like say, okay, so when we're going, might be a bit of an effort to wrap my head around. So yeah, whenever we've got the floor on the other side of us, we need to draw. See here? We need to change it, right? Because we're into the floor at this point. Stuff like that. Like we should instead be doing this. And then the rest should be... something like that. I think would actually work better. Let's export and see if I can produce that tile. You have a question? Shoot, dude. I'm all ears. I need a grid on this. What is your game when it is done? Is it going to be on a Play Store? I'll put this on Steam, itch, and it probably will be on Play Store. I'm not inherently against it. My primary gaming device is an Android device. It's not a phone, but it is my primary game device is an Android device. So like, I don't know, like, why would I snub myself? Yeah, let's export and see if that changes the things. Export as sprite sheet. Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted to see. Not quite on the other side, but it is on this side, which is kind of funny. What is your game? Oh, wait, no. Oh, it's up the top there. Innocent Mal. Good morning. How's the game going? Did you end up fixing the camera on teleport? Yes, we did. That is completely fixed. It was an issue of not updating the location correctly. I might need to look at the way that I've named some of my variables. But for the most part, yeah. It's all done. We're doing like a fade out. Where the hell is the game? I was here. I'm actually working in it right now. And so I have to actually run. I have to run like a saved version of it rather than just a regular scene, because if we need fast travel, we need to have been to the fast travel. So yeah, fast travel, still the menu sucks, but it is what it is. We have like a fade out now, and then we go to the new location. Problem solved. And yeah. I might, yeah, man, I don't know about this background. Can I turn off the navigation? See, this is also like kind of weird. And yet still no report if green nuclear goop is safe for kittens. It's definitely not safe for kittens. You should add a quest. Add quests? There are quests, yeah. You talk to this guy, he'll give you a quest. I don't know, I haven't checked the system in ages. I set it up because I was like, yeah, I do want that. But then I haven't made the rest of the game. So it's like, okay. He says, the drones have gone haywire. If you could destroy 5 crawlers, I'll give you a gift. And then it goes back, and then you go over to missions, because they're called missions. It says destroy crawler drones. Kill the random scientist at the entrance wants you to kill 5 crawlers. And if you go do that, those aren't crawlers, by the way. These guys here are crawlers. Ouch. So if you can do that without actually dying. 2, 3, I think there's 5 in this room. 4. I don't know if I got it. The bullet's deactivated when they go off screen, so he's still alive. He's going backwards. 4. Oh my god, I can't platform today. Okay, 5. That should be 5. And then if you check it, it goes green. But I think the person that asked that question. Ooh. And then you go back to him and he goes, here's your reward. He doesn't give you anything. I don't know if there's even like a thing, and it's still there. So there's some work to be done there, but I don't even know if it's a feature I'm going to keep. Honestly, I think it's nice to have. We do need a way of keeping track of like the main objective. So, you know, it's probably going to be used for that. I don't know how much I'm going to do like questing, but you can have a quest. Added me on Discord. Nice. Thank you. I don't know about this. This looks funky. And this looks funky as well. Like the perspective. But it is a background, and that doesn't work properly. And this is just like the baseline. We also need like more art assets to go in the background. Like if you look at what Metroid Fusion looks like, it's actually insane how much detail they have going on in that game. Like, we just open the image. I mean, like, I'm sure your website is great, but open image. Like, they have so much going on here that I have got to try and make. They don't necessarily do like the world thing that I'm trying to do here. So maybe I'm going down the wrong path. They just have the platforms and then it's just the background. Like very, very like hard surface kind of stuff. You've got like these panels and whatnot. I'm assuming this is a tile set, but like, I don't know for sure. I feel like I've got a really big uphill. Like, I don't know, like, is there a simple version of this that I'm able to make? Without having to like, they do seem to have this, oh, this is the same image, that's why. I was like, they have this shape over and over again. Define machine and bench roughly off that. Fine, yeah, maybe. Like, I think this is really cool. I'd love to have like this kind of thing. E.g. PlayStation 1 is a style and a limitation. Mine is Game Boy Advance. Actually, it's technically Game Boy, like I'm going 8-bit color, but technically the resolution is the same as the Game Boy Advance. So like, that's why I'm looking at Metroid Fusion. Because the GBA resolution, it's not exactly the same. 240 by 160. I'm doing 320 by 180. 320 by 180? Yeah, I think so. Which is why I'm looking at Metroid Fusion, Mega Man Zero, stuff like that, to just see how they've done it. But it's just like, it's so good. I hate how good they are. So yeah, it's a little bit more than that, but it's basically the same. And my guy is about half the height of Samus here. But like, the game screen's not really that different. So like, what you can see on screen here is basically what I'm going to be able to show on screen. Not that much different, to be honest. And you can obviously see the map is very much inspired. The game already has a lot of feedback and cool effects. You should totally work on the background and or environment to make it more rich. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Because yeah, it needs to stand out a little bit more. It's very bland on the gray background, so if it had stuff like this in the background, I think it would look really good. NA Games, welcome. Oh look, you've got the little dude emoji. That's meant to be me. I'm gonna one day do an animation so that I'm sitting, so that that character is sitting around. But yeah, I don't, honestly, I'm not really sure how to like string this all together. Hello, I'm struggling with how to make backgrounds for my game. I want it to look like this. I just don't know exactly how I'm gonna make it look like this. Should we try it? Maybe we trace, like we take objects in real life and we try to turn them into pixel art or something like that. Like, I don't know. Like, this paneling is so cool and it has depth to it. You know, like it looks like it's sticking out and then going back in. And then this is obviously further back. See how it looks darker than the rest? Yeah. So like the background is dark. Like it's just on a, like if you put it on a parallax background, I suppose it would even, you could manually shift its hue. And then it wouldn't really matter. But yeah. That is because it is reserved. Do you mean like limited? Reserved to? So it has like a max brightness that it can go past. Very interesting. All the foreground objects have like a red line around them as well, which is really interesting. Limited works, yeah. So we won't have to do this. I think they did this because the GBA didn't have like a back screen, so they put like a line around everything that you could actually stand on. But I don't need to do that. Background art can't exceed 128 by 128 by 128. But you could do that programmatically, right? Like you could just make the background any way you want and then just stick like a max clamp on it, basically. You might, like, if you're not thinking about it carefully, you might end up just having a lot of black. if you didn't think about that properly, but I think you could. If you don't care for that limitation, just make art anyway and cap it with the plane. Yeah. Yeah, because I just want to like draw. and then like I'll worry about it later. But you never know, it might come back to bite me. I think you've got your worth, you know, like you've got good advice. Like I won't deny that. So if we're gonna do something like this, geez, this is gonna be like a mountain to climb. We need a couple of like bits and pieces to just a couple of different kind of layers that we can draw around. Like all this kind of shit here, this like metal kind of stuff. Saint 11 panels would be a good stopping point. I don't know what that is. 11 panels? Is that a typo? Is this a person? He's a special pixel artist. Oh, I'm going to his website right now. Is it safe for work? Am I at risk? The server's not found. Pedro. Oh, Twitter is normally a safe place. Blam Garden. I love this song. This might be one of my favorite game songs. Very cool. Oh, he has tutorials? Oh, I think you've sent me them before. They're really good, actually. So cool. You bought Hades? Like the first one? I've never played it. 100,000 wishlist. Dude, that's crazy. Artist for Celeste? Holy shit. Okay, so yeah, that's like legit. Wait, hold up. You sent me the goat. Yes, I've seen these tutorials actually. I use one to do electricity, and this is good because I need to like actually like do this for my bullets. My bullets are just circles. They don't do anything. They don't have any force or speed. They do have an impact now though. So that's cool. Yeah, these are really nice little explainers that like sort of show you stuff. Dark magic powers. But yeah, I definitely used his tutorials for explosions. I used his tutorial for electricity to create like the spark on the where's the game? His website or GitHub? Yeah, I'm on his website right now. Crawlers. The crawler zap is what I use to make that, but it's like it happens really quickly. But yeah, Holy Gold Mine. Yeah, it's really good. I put it in the chat. Okay, let's have another go. Let's have another attempt. Because I don't think this like baseboard thing is really going to work out. It might be worth having something to communicate there's like depth between it. But I honestly probably not like the best approach. So the question is, what is the next best approach? Like, this is the kind of style we're going for. You can tell that they've got like a lot of stuff in the background, but it's not. So I think it's worth having a tile set with like, this is like greebles. It's like little edge pieces. I guess you need to know what you're making, and you can frame stuff with that. And then you can have these larger chunks of metal that sort of like overlap with each other. I still think like it seems very deliberate, because the part that like intimidates me is like, oh, I don't want to have to draw every background individually. I need something that's reusable, that I can like take these elements and put them around, right? So I can still design these spaces, and then like, you know, I won't have to spend like literally as much time as I spent making the game up until this point drawing background art. And then they've also got like sometimes the tile sets have stuff on the inside. I have to do slopes as well. I need slopes. This is pretty basic. An image. It's just like metal and... Okay. Still though. I'm just not on this level, I guess. This I can make the foreground stuff. I think that's pretty easy. I would like to do like angles like this one day, but how does this translate? Give me a new canvas. Another guy called Luke Sadface is also worth looking into. Nice. What a name. Luke Sadface. Sadface RL? Oh yeah. Pretty cool. Lightning, isometric room, dungeon guide, moon, rock texture, rubs, glass, sword. Wall tiling. That's what I'm trying to make. Creating tiles. Just use tile setter. It's easier. Okay. Yeah, I guess you could do like, you could draw out whatever you're drawing and then change it. So I kind of like this tile set that I use. I just use AAP64. I think it's like the default A-Sprite one. But I have no issues with it, you know what I mean? I don't see any reason to use anything else, but maybe I'm wrong for that. Maybe I'm basic for that. I'm honestly not too sure. The thing is, yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time. Like, oh yeah, it's a square thing. What does that look like? I'm just not that good. Replace these. A square thing that goes in the background. And we don't know what it does. So stupid. I don't even... And then what? We fill it in with that? Like, that doesn't... It has so much less texture. It's so much more flat. But, like, a lot of what I do is flat, so maybe that's okay. Like, this has a lot of texture to it. Like, it's got, like, these little bits and pieces, and... Like, I guess, like, the majority of it is, like, kind of flat, but, like, there's just more. Like, you can kind of see... Do we see any repetition here, or no? It's just, like, drawn on. But I'm so screwed. Like, how am I gonna make something like that? Like, it should be square, because that makes it a lot easier to draw in. And then we can just, like, create a couple of different variations. Like, I like this kind of thing. You can see, like, there's angles to that, like the way that it's lighting around that. You know what I mean? You can tell that there's sort of like a lighting to it. There's a famous tutorial called "So You Want to Be a Pixel Artist?" Yeah, I guess it. I don't really want to be a pixel artist, but I must be a pixel artist. Does that make sense? Oh god. You definitely want that for your homework. Chapter 5. Let's turn our textbooks to chapter 5. Rip. I haven't had to do that in years. Pixel University. I was never that good at university. I got by at high school without issues because like I was good enough to not have to really try. But university is a different thing. Like you have to, okay, these need to be the same actually. Otherwise the lighting is like all wrong. Chapter 6 helps with the issue at level design, yeah. Yeah, because it's like, holy shit, I have to design levels. Like, what the frick? It's kind of scary. You're back? Tile art and dither art? Dither. Oh, dithering. Welcome back, by the way. Okay, this is kind of it, but like maybe just move this down one. I normally prefer to do this while like there's anime playing in the background. And there's like, maybe that's not the same, like, tone. That's too, I guess that is like the next. We add like some lighting texture to it. I don't know, like, they've just got like bits and pieces going across it. You can't have too many the same, like you have to have like a variety. Like if this just meant to be like scuffs. Like you need another one? And it's got like different scuffs. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have the same. That's not gonna work. What if we use the spray paint? Wrong thingo, wrong size. Just to give it like random variation. Leave scuffs for another pixel atlas. That's valid advice. Am I using the preview window? Not really. What's the preview window? F7. Make everything super clean for the sprite. Yeah, I get what you're saying. And then you have a separate one for that. So you can add variation at will. Good advice, I guess. Right, well I definitely want one without handles on it. Or whatever the heck these are. I suppose you could even go as far as to say like, you could have like the little bits and pieces as separate as well. but I'm not gonna do that. But I'm not gonna. Rebel patterns, yeah. It's really like challenging. And then we just darken this shit. And that's like background number 1. But yeah, agreeable patterns would be a good idea. But I'm kind of dumb. So I'm doing dumb things. I blame all my years of finance. It's the fault of like just brute forcing everything. There was a point in time where I used to be like trying to be efficient with everything. But nowadays it's like, okay, just brute force. It's easy. But yeah, I think like having a separate layer. Are these stacked boxes or what background are you going for? Dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just vibing. I'm like literally, I looked at this picture of Metroid Fusion and said, can I do my own version of that? That's literally what I did. I was like, can I do this? Oh look, they've got one with holes in it. I should try that. But like, yeah, it would be better to do everything separate. I'm just sort of trying to get a handle around how I even want the look to be. Raid! Oh, thank you so much. Hang on a second. Let me get my shit together. I am not together. Hello, Triple Jump Games. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me just... Can I do like a shout out from here, mod? No. Copy. Shout out. I need a bot for this. Big time. Okay. Thank you so much for the raid. Download a free copy of PureRef. I don't know what that is. Save a bunch of references into PureRef document. Okay. Triple Jump people. I hope you had a good stream. Let's have a look. How have you been going? I'm going to give you a follow. I don't think I've followed you yet. But I've played your game, right? Adamcraft. I have played this before. This looks sick, by the way, people. YouTubers, get amongst it. I command you. My small but reliable legion of watchers. It's going well. That's awesome, dude. It looks so sick. It was really fun to play, so I hope it's like actually... Oh, like, hey, you got it in early access? Oh, you do? Actually, it's just out. Straight up. Okay, it released and I didn't even notice. I should have played it on stream. How bad am I? 23rd of July. Oh, well, yeah. That's a bad time for me with my job. But yeah, maybe we can, for the next community game night, I'll grab a copy and I'll play it on stream. Because this was like really quite unique and pretty fun. But like, it looks like it's been successful. You got a very positive, which is great, 96%. So congratulations, good work on that. That's every game dev's dream. So that's awesome, dude. A reactive world, pixel machines. Wait, like how crazy is there? Like, you know, like in Minecraft, you can beat it. Can you beat this game? Dude, spaceship and stuff. I'm really bad at building games. I'm really bad at building games, but I'll play it. You can see what people make in the new posts. If I go to community creations, yes, there are endings. Dude, what the heck? What the heck? Is this like some kind of machine that builds material? Because I remember you had to like heat stuff up and I was just going around like with a little flamethrower. I didn't know what I was doing. Dude, that's sick. Computer software. Computer hardware, I should say. Circuitry. 8-bit adder. Dude, that's so cool. So wait, you can, it's like Redstone. You can build, could you build the game in the game? People make more complex stuff that I have in the game. Yeah. People go crazy with this stuff. I don't know how they do it. It's not like, I'm not that good at these games. Like, I'll poke around. I still have fun, but I'm not like, I'm not doing that. Like, what the hell is going on here? This is some chemical reaction shit. Boron factory. Okay, bro. Are you a scientist in real life? How do you do this? Like, what the heck? Zirconium processor. Oh, it's a QR code. Yeah, actually, genuinely, are people who do this kind of stuff like scientists or like engineers and stuff like that? I can't even fathom. That's so cool, dude. Congratulations. I'm really happy that your release went well. Now, I should probably tell people what I'm doing. I'm making a Metroidvania. Currently working on the background art. And we're doing I'm stumbling along because I'm not that good at this kind of stuff. It's my first time doing background art. But we've got a game here. It's a Metroidvania. You play as a little Mega Man looking dude here, and you're in a scientific facility where everything has gone a little bit wrong and you've been sent to clean up, so to speak. Imagine if you were like the military guys from Half-Life, except there's just one of you left and everyone has gone crazy inside the facility. So purging them is not that mean, I guess you would say. So you got to rescue the survivors. You've got to destroy the evil that is emerging from it. And yeah, where can we go? We'll go straight to combat. Where's the game start object? And we'll move this back up to the combat area. There's some combat up here that we can go. The UI is broken at the moment. There's music as well, so let me just pause the background music. Okay, so this is our little heal station. In order to heal, you must turn yourself into primordial goo and regenerate. That's just how it is around here. If someone died in the scientific, when they were doing research, in order to keep production up, their bodies were simply reconstituted from their old bodies and they were kept working, basically. And so yeah, we got some music, we got some fighting, we got some we got some, what do you call it? Got some pixels flying all over the place. Ah. I like this music, so I like playing it out. So we're free, yay. So yeah, we've got stuff like that. It's pretty easy at the moment. I haven't designed more like difficult difficult encounters, I should say. But, you know, small steps. So that's what we're at. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I can't talk. I can't even find my stream. Close that. Alrighty, guys. Let's keep going with the background. So yeah, we're going to try and make the background pop a little bit so we can actually get some like stuff made and start talking about the game and put out a demo probably. And so we go to the background. So right now I'm looking at, where is it? Sort of looking at Metroid Fusion as like inspiration. Hey, you should make a door for these rooms. True. We don't have like doors at the moment. They're just openings. You just walk through the hole and you will get transported into another world. So like over here, this is a really bad place to start the game, but make one door and reuse. Oh god. So yeah, it's just like you just walk it to the edge. You're all good. Get out of here, mate. I should make it so you can destroy the missiles. But you can't right now. One step at a time. We first have to design the background. But yeah, we're looking at Metroid Fusion as a little bit of inspiration. Just trying to get something going because I've never drawn backgrounds before. So I don't really know where to start with it, if that makes sense. I think these look pretty good for what they are, like just grey boxes. But yeah, I think Bone Circuit was saying I should do like a separate layer for the greebles, and I agree with that. So we can get them off this layer. We can put them on. How do we do this in Sprite? Cut, paste. Okay. The art of pixel greebles, yeah. We can draw them here, but we can bring them in, and I might even like separately, like maybe for now, because I'm still like trying to work stuff out, I might still just export them as one piece, but they should be on a separate layer so I can chop and change. Like this is the same thing over 3 times. Like you don't really need to. Best shot is to make something without too much thought. Yeah, I do agree with that. That's normally when I'm at my best, when I'm not thinking too much about it. But this is, even if we do export them as a separate, even if we don't export them as separate things, having them on a separate layer is a good idea at the very least, rather than drawing them on, because we just draw the same thing 3 times over. And we don't really need to do that. You know, we don't have to put ourselves through that. Why can't I draw on this? Give me that. Fill that in. Okay, we can bring that back. Right, yeah, let's make one with a hole in it. I don't know how you do that as a separate layer, but we will. I suppose technically it's just darker shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like we're just gonna go like here and like here. I'm just doing this. This is not. Maybe you could like 7 different panels and randomize background. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like you do need a lot of variation. You know what would be way easier? If number 1, view grid, and then number 2, just do this in the center. Yeah. It's not centered. Wait, what the hell? Oh, it's because of the light. So infinite human, you generally need about 10,000 to to make a set of variations to seem infinite to a human. You need about 10,000 to 50,000 distinct combinations. Yeah, we're that good. That's like literally the main thing that we're good at. Spotting variations. That's like our entire thing. You know what I mean? That's like our talent. We've spec'd for that. Maybe. I don't like this color. I hear something outside my door. Copy the pattern and quarter it. That's the first greeble. Hold. Design panels, grills, vents on this first shape. Hang on, there's something going on inside my door. I think it might be the branch manager stopping in to seeing how I'm going. Hang on a second, let's change the thingo. She knocked over your... Yeah. Hello. Hey, hello. Friends, man. On your bed. Okay, hold. Okay, be right back. Dividing the space into 4 and then those spaces into 4 is about as deep as you want to go. Oh, good point, good point. Alright, I'll be back. I gotta go to the toilet. Has to feed the rancor. Angel is in the building, yes. Okay. Wait, the music is off. Oh wait, no it's not. Okay. We're good. I didn't leave. Completely silent stream. Yeah, I guess I get what you're saying. It should be divided into 4 shapes and then we can like mix and match. I don't know guys. I'm kind of dumb. So this is not centered? Is it centered? No, definitely not. Oh, it can't be. I don't know what I'm drawing here, by the way. I'm just vibing out. Like, I don't know, what is this thing? Bone says Angel looks like a Rancor. What is a Rancor? It's from Star Wars, right? I remember them from the MMO, the Old Republic. Rancor. Oh yeah. I don't know about that. I mean, she kind of does in the face. You might be right, actually. Like that does give Angel face. Like with the mouth and everything, she does kind of like have that vibe. Maybe. I won't deny it. I guess in order for it to look like techie, you know. Like, you sort of have to have... Where's the other image that I've got up? So I've got that one. Probably have these like on a separate thingo. Open image in new tab. Like, they kind of have, they got shit going in them, you know? Want ideas for the compartments? Maybe. I'm still trying to like work out how to draw a compartment. Like, what do we do here? Do we break it up into 4 quarters? I don't like what you guys are saying. Essentially. Yes. But like also... Yeah, save a panel at 25% of the big one. I see what you're saying. So yeah, it would be like you'd be able to mix and match each 4 corners and you can do different things. Makes sense. Save one more at 25%. Now you have 3 sizes to work with. Yeah. And then this. Never deviate from those combos about it. Button, that one. A bit better. It's a better tone to go with. Something like this. I don't know. How many combinations would that come to? I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. It'd be a lot, I think. That kind of looks pretty good from a distance, at least, I think. I feel like it's off center a little bit, but we'll roll with it. It probably needs to come up 1 pixel, right? But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's the conceptual part of it that's kind of difficult. Because like you can even sort of see them do it here, where it's like, yeah, this is a repeated texture here, here, and here, but it's on a larger panel. And like ultimately the outsides are all the same, but they're just like sort of reusing bits and pieces. Like this is really just the top of this, kind of. Hard to say how they did it at the time, but you know, same kind of vibe. I kind of want this to like not just end like that. Not like that, and then that's better. Okay, so I'm pretty... This one's not bad, but yeah, you're right. It should be like a broken up into a quarter, like a 16 by 16, and you can mix and match all the different ones to create like imagine if they like tiled together with each other perfectly, and then you can create like different sets. You could even potentially have like, see how they've got longer ones here? Like these ones go longer and then they're short. And so you could have half sets as well. And center sets and stuff. That's a lot of work though. Yeah, I suppose. It's still less work than just drawing each one individually. If that makes sense. Big ones like this are also fine, yeah. Let's do a couple more. But yeah, because like even if you did that, like you could take sort of like the center of this. G David, Metroid Fusion tiles are up on the Spriter resource. Might be worth to look at them. I have actually pulled them. I don't know why I'm not just like... I think I pulled Samus though. I didn't pull everything. A full panel art piece is fine as well, obviously, but I don't want to do that. What is it, 16 by 15? I didn't quite get it. Like you pull this, make sure that you're on the right layer, and there's another piece there that you can use to make extendables. Like you could just make infinite ones if you have that, and then if you break it up into a 16 by 16 tile, then you could lay it out any way you want, right? Like you've got corner pieces. You could also take the center bit as well, so you could widen them as much as you like. It doesn't really matter where you take it from, to be honest. And then yeah, you've got elements that you can put on top as well. And that's kind of the start of it. And then you just draw these bits and pieces. Stick to square units for sanity. Yeah, yes. Yes, absolutely square. I would like to do... I do want to do like some angles and stuff like that. I think that's kind of cool, but I don't know how. You could use multiple tile maps as well, like having a base and background. Yes, I think that's going to be the play. Like this will be the base. Obviously, it's really just 3, right? Like you've got these and that and that. And then on top of that, you've got like these bits and pieces that go on top. And that way we can sort of like move them around. I guess the issue is if they're 16 by 16, then these are sort of in the center. They're not really going to work. We should probably move them over to be center of the tile. But other than that, like that is going to be like broken up into 4. Can't do nothing about that. But yeah. There's also like the situation where you want this, right? And you also want this side to be on one tile. We are making tile map without even realizing it. Whoops. Just take the 1/2. How did we do that? We ended up making a tile map without even realizing it. Shift V? Think panels, grills, and vents. Exactly. So I think it'd be cool to make one that is like... Let's go back onto the greeble layer. It's kind of like this. This is like... I don't know what the hell that is, but... whatever this color is. Want it? Let's try to keep it like the same level. They made background stuff complicated, zone out, and do basic shape line. Yeah. I mean... go upward. There. And then we've got like the black. I think it's black. Is it black? Yeah, it's... Oh, it's not quite. And then we'll just do like lines, right? It's like a grill? Probably not that color. Oh, what happened to the music? That was actually banger. It stopped. I want to ask how I can learn multiple subjects together. Art and code. How do you manage your schedule? I don't. Yeah, it's hard, man. I don't know what to say. I have a really hard time. Like, I've been getting slammed with work. And, yeah, I get what you guys are saying. Grill my greebles. I understand. I don't know. I'm not necessarily gonna, but yeah, it's really challenging because like it depends on where you're at in life. Like I've got a lot going on. Work is killing me this week, and then on top of that, I'm pulling apart my house. So it's like all of that together. Yeah. I did some work in the mornings, a little bit, but like mostly it's just in the evenings. Sometimes I don't stream. Sometimes I just work on the game. You know? I like that. Is this enough to get started? Probably. So there's two things here that we need to pack up. And I kind of want to do it like it's fine. Like I kind of... So just brute force? Yeah, kind of. Like, I mean, it depends. Like if you're a student or if you don't have anything going on, then yeah, you can just like work on it full time without having to worry about it. Well, not, it depends. It just, once again, it depends. Like, what's your goals in life? I'm just trying not to, like, you know, this is what I want to do for fun. And so this is what I do after work. And sometimes, like, real life is a greater priority than this, if that makes sense. Like, you can't let your sort of like this, you can't forego your responsibility in life in order to, you know, fulfill this dream sometimes. There's things that are more important, unfortunately. So yeah, that's sort of where I think things are. Yeah, okay, so let's export this out. It's gonna be 2 sets, or we can like create a superset, but we just need to organize the way that they're sitting here. So I want to create a new sheet, probably like, how big does this actually need to be? Probably just make it really big to begin with. And we'll just bring this stuff in. Tile set ratios was a good breakdown of it. Yeah, thanks guys. I don't know, guys. Like, you guys have a lot of good advice. It's just not like it's not hitting my head. Like like it's all valid advice. Music. Sometimes I just need to bang my head against a wall for a bit before I get it. That's just how I go. Okay, well, it just took the entire thing. I didn't want that, but I'll take it. Don't. I am not like the most efficient. Wait, is stream okay? It's not my end. It's like the Game Chops is having issues. Ideas are like neutrinos. They're not bad ideas. It's just like sometimes I don't know how to implement them in the current state. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, if I don't know how to achieve that, I just won't. These are kind of the same. Like, what am I doing here? This one has more details on the left and right. This one doesn't. What am I supposed to, what is the point of this one? Because that one is like, you can fill it in, go forever. You could just make like infinite until you go to the bottom, and then you put the top and the bottom, left, right, left, right. What is the point of this one here? I don't really see it. I think it's supposed to be, oh, it's the edges. So it's the same as this, but the edges are empty. That's why it looks strange. Okay, I get it. It's hard to see that. And then, yeah, let's grab all of this stuff and paste it in. Okay, I mean, I don't, what this layer? Seriously. Game Chops. These are kind of the same thing, so I just need one of them. And I preferably need it in the middle of the... I guess that's the... Same with this. They should probably be on separate sheets, but they're going to be on the same one for now. And if I don't like it, then I'll just export the original. You only need 3 shapes, 1 and then 0.5 and then 0.25. Those 3 sizes allow you to break up the grid later. So this is not like 16 by 16. So that's a nightmare. Okay, how's this gonna pan out? Is it gonna be a nightmare? Okay. Give it a go. See how that feels to put together. Full size aside the corner, yeah. I understand the concept. I'm just not doing that. It's the same as this, like with tile setter. I only needed this. And then this, and then the rest was done for me, because it's like mathematical. I'm out of capacity to think about it. That's just how it's gonna look. I didn't even export the right shape. It just said selection. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I just think it could be smaller. Also, it really annoys me that you can't, I don't necessarily hate this, but I don't think it's going to be used. We might find a use for it somewhere else, but right now it's not really the play. But you can have multiple, right? Like, you can have multiple tile sets on a tile map. So why not just... RAM is expensive these days, yeah. Well, it is, but also like what we're doing does not take much. Layers. Yeah, and that's why it's called a layer. It's like... Oh yeah, it detected 16 by 16. That's... And this doesn't have patterns, so like we can just go straight to painting realistically. So the whole idea is like, yeah, here's the corner, here's the other corner. And you could make like, we don't have like a single color, so we can't actually just make like a, we can't make a whole one, but we can make a long one like that, you know? And then like, the thing is obviously you have to put that on a separate layer, which I don't think you can, you need to like have another background layer. You know what I mean? We need to duplicate it? Or what? I actually don't know how it works. Reebs. Something like that, but then you add the same tile set. Like this. You know? Oh, that sits too high. This is the idea. Can I like click off it? Yeah. So like now, hey, look, we made a panel with some bits and pieces on it. This one is too high up. It needs to come like a pixel lower. The positioning is a little bit strange, but like other than that, it kind of works as intended. It's very basic. And then we put this on a parallax background and we darken it. Problem solved. And then we have like the perfect background and no one will ever question my artwork again. It's absolutely perfect. Is this a plugin? Ah, no, that's just how it works, man. Or wait, what are we talking about? I don't know. Magic. Perfection, yes. Potumusi. Good day, hello, thank you for joining. That's not your first chat though, but I don't recognize your name. Where the hell am I going? I need to go back to Asebright to fix up some of this stuff. This just needs to come down like 1 pixel. And this, I think, needs to go up 1 pixel. Easy. It's kind of like, I said limited amount of chats. Did you just pick the shades by eye, or is there like a general thing? No, well, I'm cheating because I'm using a palette and it's all there for me. So I just go do, and I know that this here is like a cohesive set of colors and I just use this for everything. In fact, the game is mostly just this, this shade of gray. Like it's mostly just this at the moment. Honestly, I think the enemies might be the same color. Palettes aren't cheating, that's true. But I didn't choose, you know what I mean? It's just the default. Like it's just this one here. It's like the second one that comes with the Asebright. Yeah, this might actually affect the way that the enemies blend in. I might need to look at changing the colors because like I feel like the background should be more grayish, but like if we darken it, maybe it's not so much of an issue. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. We need to re-export this because I feel like I very often choose gray as like the color, and then like everything is going to be gray and nothing will look standout-ish. I don't know. Okay, better. Okay, so this is BG layer, and then this is the greaves that go on top. Okay, and let's just get rid of everything. And save this, and then guess who's back? The puppy that was. Welcome back. You're in and out a lot. Okay, so now we go back to this, and we got the background, BG tile map. We have 2 BG tile maps. Probably delete this one. Okay, so now we just have to actually do it. I think the problem is because it's not 32 by 32. You know what would be good? If we just made like a tile map with this layout. No, we don't want a tile map actually because... Huh. What happens if I paint this? Wait, I really hate that you can see the navigation layer. Also, BG layer 1. We just need to remove all this stuff. Get out of here with this. There's a way to select. See ya. Okay, we can paint with that. Right, okay. So. Oh, this also needs to be on a parallax background, right? Like we said it has to be a parallax background. We're gonna have to draw in so much stuff. It's actually gonna be insane. That's what we need, like, we do actually need like some kind of splatter thing happening here. So we can just like highlight a big area and over the top of these, it'll just like generate random stuff to put on them. So it doesn't, so I don't have to do it myself. That's something to think about. Like maybe we need to make a tool for that, or maybe one exists already. I would be willing to use a tool that like does that for me, so I don't have to really do it myself. But yeah, this I think does need to be on a parallax background layer, which I think you can do. Parallax 2D. Yes. But does it look bad? Let's just do a huge area with this so that we can see it in action. In fact, let's just do the entire level. And also, I guess here we can actually just go texture, ordering, visibility, modulate, and we can limit. Well, it's not really a limit, to be honest. But we can just change this to 128. Works. Scattering and splattering code is handed over from project to project. Yeah, I've never done it before, so I think I will need it though, because like so right now this just moves with the camera without issue. This little guy's stuck on the corner. When you demoed it a while back. Oh, by the way, the teleport operation was smooth. Oh yeah, awesome, great. We're getting it. The animation's pretty good. I got a little bit of feedback on the short saying that I needed to add more frames. But yeah, I think it is looking pretty good. Okay, so this already looks like immediately better with actually having a background. Scroll scale is 1. Yeah, it's set to 1. So I don't know what you do here, like 0.9. You don't want it to scroll too much. It is just the background at the end of the day. Like, it's not that far away from the character, if that makes sense. You want it to be subtle. 0.8 might be too much. I think... Yeah. Oh. There's some stuff that's being drawn behind it. Okay. Hell yeah. I think this is looking pretty good. Already looks so much more spacey, much spacier. Yeah. Very space. Okay. That made a big difference, actually. And it's not even that complicated. Because we haven't added any of the cool shit to it. Dude, this grid is killing me. Right. We love parallax. Yes, we do. So then we can go to the grebes and we can add some grebes. You know what I mean? Probably, like, event is going to be, like, here. Like, near these kind of things. And then I don't even know what this is, to be honest. But we're going to put one there. I'm just sort of... I'm not even in the right spot, am I? I'm, like, up the top. Oh, no, I'm over here. It's alright, we can get to it. Didn't work out for me. It's still there. Okay, yeah, grebes are there. Damn, that looks pretty good, actually. I guess the one thing to remember is, like, it's scrolling, so it's not going to show up where I expect it to. Probably, I think it might be scrolling. What, dude, how did he get there? What the heck? I didn't know he could fly like that. Okay, we've got our work cut out for us, though. And then we also just need, like, more foreground objects as well. Oh, I didn't show you, but I've got, I don't know if NA, you probably haven't seen it yet. I made, God damn it. I died. There are things not being drawn. Well, they're being drawn behind the parallax. I think it's just the one thing. I've got chain link. This was much easier to draw. The chain link was super easy. So now we can have things in the foreground as well. So you're sort of behind this, and then you can come up here. And I want to put a bridge here. So I really like this, like, as a way, because I really don't like randomly floating platforms. Donate a grebe to the Sheffington Lost Grebe Foundation. Yeah, I didn't put any grebes on. We're gonna do a splatter function. Do you reckon that's just a tool script add-on? Like when we draw with the BG layer, we just automatically, thank you. Like if we draw with this, we just automatically add like random greebles on it. How would I do that actually? You know what I mean? Like, I actually don't know. I'm making this one really tall just to see how it looks. In fact, let's do that for... I can't see shit. That's the other thing that I don't like about this tile system. paint them as flourishes to help the player manually. Background breadcrumbs, yeah. Yeah, that was always my idea, was like you can get people to know which direction to go just by like the way that the background works. So maybe you have like, I wanted to do like paint marks. So like, you know, you sometimes you have like in big, like we had this at when I worked at the big steel factory, there would be like lines on the ground that would tell you where each place went to, and you just sort of follow them. Stuff like that. Once again, I need to move the side. Looks like shit. Game start. Does it blend okay is the question when you have taller elements going into other elements. I think it does. Like, that doesn't look that bad. It does look a little bit strange when the other ones start here, but like going tall also kind of works. Yeah, I feel like there's a way that I could make that work programmatically to make it a little bit easier for me to draw this shit. But what do I know? But yeah, it's still a lot of effort. AAA went through an era of using yellow as the red dot to chase. That's true. They did do that. That yellow shit was annoying though. No one liked it. You know what I'm saying? No one liked that. So we're not going to do that, but... The other question I have is like, is there a way that you can tell, like, based on the scroll, like, if it's going to show up or be too low? You know what I mean? Like, does this ever roll off the map? It doesn't repeat. I haven't set repeat up. You know what I mean? So is there a way for me to, like, scroll this off the map? What happens if I go up? Which direction does it go? It goes up as well. I don't know. Let's climb the map and see what happens. I need to go the long way around, which is kind of annoying. We just start at the top. Now, what happens? Going down is kind of hard. I have to fight these monsters. Press F2, I can one-shot everything. I actually have like lasers to replace these red lines with. I just haven't put them in yet. So if I come through here, that's so funny. There's still a light. There's a light break here because there's technically still something there. It's just not visible. Interesting. Something to think about there. Also, the light feels really harsh. I'm gonna think about that later. Okay, so I'm not noticing like too much of an issue when it comes to the scrolling. But I do worry about that because I know it can be an issue. Oh shit. Write a little loop that paints the whole thing one and slowly build it up from there. Yeah. Yeah, there's a way that you can grab the size of the tile map, like the main tile map, and then you could theoretically... Oh, Now that looks strange. You could theoretically just draw the background in without having to try too much, but I feel like the sizes would probably need to be worked out a little bit more in finer detail. Write a little loop that paints the whole thing. Paint by hand over the top of that, yeah. That might be the go. That's what I wanted to do. I was going to make it 3D, and then like it was pretty easy to procedurally fill that in with blocks. I mean, theoretically, this is no different. I think it looks a lot better than the 3D, to be honest. There's still something there. Let's fix that actually. So, what objects? Those are enemies, ground, crawler, sweeper, air, ground. These are dumb enemies? No. Why would they be called that? Something to note is I didn't feel like the enemies blended too much in with the background either, even though it's very grey. So, where is it? It's not a crawler. Thank you. I appreciate the positive feedback. Bone. Ground enemy, sweeper, air enemy? Which one is it? Turn off. I could just select it if I turn this off. It's a floater. Hey, RJ. I'm just going to go with that. RJL Jones. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? I appreciate it. That's good. That's good. Let's have a look. What have you been up to? I've been doing some art and I'm struggling, but I'm getting by with the helpful advice of my chat. I just got hit by a wave, a super boredom wave. Oh no. Hopefully it's not because you raided into my stream. I think I saw you posted a new video. Wait, how come I can't go to your page? Oh, you needed a break, yeah. Understandable. I think I'm bound to switch and start playing games myself. It's 9 o'clock. I didn't realize this is crazy. I did this art. I didn't even realize I'd been on stream for 3 hours. It's insane. I thought it would be boring. Performance tips for Godot. I probably need to follow that shit. It's a bit long for stream, but I think, look, 6.3 gig. That's awesome, dude.
So I definitely wouldn't normally make another devlog so fast after the last
I'll
one.
paste this into the YouTube chat.
A huge optimization win, and I thought I'd share it. I was quite excited about it. I'm doing in this specific optimization.
I still don't even understand how your game even runs.
It wouldn't work in GDScript if you've got something similar.
This is crazy
to deal with. Anything
over 30 navigation objects, that would be what I would say is the limit. More than 30, you're kind of going to have an issue. Might need to start thinking about how to do that better, but I don't know how to do that better.
Optimization in general can definitely feel like black magic, you know, or at least it does to me. I try something and it doesn't work, and then I just go back and revert.
It looks so good.
And then try something else, and the number goes up or the number goes down, and you can really easily get obsessed with number go up, number go down. It's very easy to
number only goes
lose
up.
yourself in it, and I guess I enjoy it ultimately.
Trust me, people have a hard time with that even outside of video games. Number must always go up, okay? And unfortunately, my job is actually number go down. That's my job.
Because
it's not fun.
This game right now does not need optimization. It's running perfectly reasonably, but because you'd never have this many units in a.
I do finance. my job is to make sure that everything is properly measured. You wouldn't think it, but once a business has enough properties, you need a guy to sit there and look at electricity bills all day. That's literally something I do. Gas, electricity, you name it, I'm considering it. But I'm glad this is probably a bit long for me to watch, but I'm glad that you're able to find some optimizations. But yeah, I've been doing art. Your art is way better than mine, but I've been trying to do art today, and we've made these backgrounds. It has made actually a significant improvement to the game. I will say that. These are on -1 for some reason. Let's just bring them up to 0. Is that like in the thingo for the visibility index? Yeah, okay. They're just like that. I don't know why. So we added the background layer, and we're going to start. The guy doing Blood and Mead made a video today. He was struggling to find time. Oh, fellow Aussie. Your art is great. It's just a different style. Thank you. I think also it's not that it's bad, but it's more like I don't know. Like, I'm not an artistic person, so I still have to like go, oh, how am I going to actually do this? And I made these backgrounds. We're going to be at Agreeable and put things on it, but it's a starting point, right? And we'll probably do it a little bit more procedurally just to make things faster, because I'm not like, I don't enjoy like, oh, I have to make like a bunch of paneling for the background. But yeah, having this in, just like, even if it is as basic as it is, makes this like 1,000,000 times better than it would be otherwise. Let's go to the entrance. We got fast travel. So like, that is just a big improvement. And we'll work on like how we place these around the map as well, because I'm going to need to think about how that works. It's parallax. Yeah, it's going to be just a parallax background. Technically, we're indoors, so we can't do too much. I'm going to need to go and review. I've been looking at Metroid Fusion on the GBA, because it's a very similar resolution to what I'm working with. And so I've been looking at what they've done. Obviously, you can tell I've taken a lot of inspiration from here. And I don't know how much parallax is on this, but that ball breaking looks good. Thank you. I'm glad it's very much like, it's not, what is it called? It's not a, what? It's a physics body. You know what I mean? It's not the other thing that I'm forgetting the word of. Particles. It's not particles. There's some particles, but dude, this thing just tears me up. The rest of it is just physics bodies, and we had the brute. It's like, if you want that, yeah, guess what you have to do? Create breaked up versions of it. The thing is, don't know if scrolling on the Y would be better. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Maybe like keep it locked to one axis. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like spend some time running around in this game to see how they do it, because it's the same kind of vibe. You're in a scientific facility, it's in space, mine's in Antarctica, you know, like that's like the fundamental difference. And obviously Samus and the rest of everything. Save the tall panels for glass areas. Yeah, stuff like that. Like there's a lot we can do, but this is sort of like, that's a light texture. Yes, that is how would you pixelize? Wait, that's a question. I wonder how you pixelize the fog of war. Yeah. Yeah, you would do it because like mine doesn't have that, right? I've got just a regular basic light texture, and what they have on theirs is like, it's got a dithering, and mine doesn't. I don't know how I would do that as well. Like there's like with this light here, like I don't know how you do it. Yeah, that's a really tough question to answer. Also, like I need to work on the light this game big time, but we'll one step at a time. Like it'd be cool if the edges also like projected light backwards, but I don't know how I'd do that. And yeah, I don't even know. like you could build it in to the different topics. One is the light texture and the other the shadows you enable with the tile. Yeah. The map is empty. I suppose technically this is just a gradient, right? He joined the stream and he rated me. Yeah, I actually don't know. Code the dither into the shader as a light. Yeah, that's probably, it's going to need to be a shader. We'll worry about that later. I'm not even touching lighting. I did this as an experiment and I'm not at that level yet. We've got a lot more work to do when it comes to that. It's here now though. It looks very good with the background. Before it was barely even noticeable. What I wanted, I added this in because what I wanted was it to like get darker as you took more damage. But I just haven't done that yet. And now we just have like some very aggressive lighting. I was gonna play Deltarune, but I don't think the regulars are around. Like Mr. Celium is not in the chat, and I feel like, I mean, it's not for him, but like, it's also like low-key kind of late. Like it's my bedtime, so you might raid in, and now we're gonna raid out. I did that experiment in an experiment. I changed the light energy based on the life remaining. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's very common in this kind of platforming game or like action game. Where's the music? You came and now you will go. But I appreciate everyone stopping by. It's been really fun. I'll raid as well because I don't always raid because sometimes I just don't have anyone watching on Twitch, but today it's the opposite. I'm inspiring raids. Oh, Mr. D-Boy, yeah, you go into Mr. D-Boy. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. I will see you all. Oh, normal maps for pixel map. Yeah, I need to do that. I'll see you all on Monday if everything goes well in my life. But if it doesn't, you'll know that it didn't go well and I have something else going on. But other than that, thank you so much for hanging out and I'll see you all next time.